Hello. So in this video, I am going to talk to you about the importance of the research. So I am interested in the experiences and the life stories and how people tell their stories, how they narrate their stories. And I'm particularly interested in the stories and experiences of people who are 65 and over who were sexually abused as children. I believe that there is a bit of a gap in the research focusing on this age group. So there is research out there. There's quite a lot focusing on working age adults, but actually this age group not so much. Or it may be that a study has been carried out where it was open to everybody, but perhaps some of the older adults might have needed a bit more thinking about. Maybe it was a bit more difficult for them to access the location where the interviews were carried out, or there was a reason why, although the research was open to all different age groups, it tended to focus more on working age adults. So there is a gap there. This really fits with my experience when I did work as a counsellor in a couple of sexual violence services, and it certainly did seem to be the case that the clients using the services were not 65 and over. I'm not saying that it didn't happen and that some people of that age didn't use those services, but in general it tended to be younger adults who were using those services. That was my experience, and I'm really aware from my work with particularly with older adults in mental health in the NHS, that actually we know that we can need support at any age, and our experiences can come back to us, particularly as we age. So it feels like a really important area to highlight, and what I hope will come from the research is I will be able to really look at how people's stories evolve and change, and if the experience of abuse influence that life story. And it's fine if you feel like, if you're thinking of participating and you feel like, actually, I don't think the abuse did affect my life story, then that's absolutely fine as well. I'm interested in whatever your experience is, and I'm interested in how your stories change, and how your thinking about what's happened to you and your life story has evolved over time. It can be that changes in society, for example, the norms that we have, the I guess taboos that we have, and how those change and evolve, and how things are maybe stigmatized and then not as stigmatized. All these different things might feed into how your experiences and how you think about your experiences and your life story has changed over time. So that is what I'm interested in, and I'm really hoping that what the research does is it allows me to then feed some of your experiences back into services and professions. So, for example, helping raise awareness in services purely focusing on working with older adults, that actually experiences of sexual abuse, and those earlier difficult experiences and traumatic experiences can still be really relevant when we're older, and they might come up maybe for the first time. So I'm really interested in raising that awareness. Thinking about counsellors and psychotherapists or other people working in all different types of mental health support, that actually, remembering that child sexual abuse, it's something that can still be important to think about, when we're older as well. So making sure that it's on people's radar to consider that and to think about that. And there are thinking about sexual violence services that I've mentioned already, and thinking about how how feeding back your experiences in sexual violence services can help them to really think about people who are older, who are 65 and over. So I hope that that says a little bit more about why I'm undertaking this research, and then why I feel it's really important. And I'm going to create another video, a third video, talking about what participation would involve. So again, I hope that was helpful to give you a little bit more information.